Hello, everybody. It's Jason Up's New Age Revolution. It's the Cave. Happy Friday the 13th. I have the biggest shirt in the world on because it's my fat shirt when I, before I lost a ton of weight. But it's cold out, and it's the only long sleeve shirt I have, and it's ridiculously huge on me. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm fine with that. We're going to do a couple of things today as we celebrate Friday the 13th. We're going to play Friday the 13th, a Nintendo game. And I came down here to start that game, and I realized that I left it upstairs, and I didn't want to go back upstairs. So the first video you're going to see celebrating Friday the 13th is we're going to take a look at my little horror figure collection that most of you have already seen, of course. But I figured it's Friday the 13th and we should do that. I am such a huge fan of the series, of the franchise, and I was trying to think of why. And I couldn't really come up with any masterful reason why I'm such a fan of the movie. It is my favorite horror movie / horror franchise / horror character, by far. Nightmare on Elm Street at one point was a very close second, but I've grown less fond of Nightmare on Elm Street over the years. I did collect many of the Freddy Krueger NECAs, but ended up selling them when I was condensing some space because I just didn't have the same feeling for them as I did the Voorhees ones. I want to say that it's one of the first horror movies I ever watched. I want to say that I found it, some Saturday night down in the, basement bedroom by myself at 8. I want to say that's the reason. It's not the name. Don't worry. It's not, that my name is Jason. That'd be a silly reason. I don't know. It's just one of those things that is stuck. I was trying to think about it in the car today, and I think maybe because Voorhees never really changes. Yes, he has. There's different versions of him, I guess, from part 1. Obviously, we don't even see him in part 1, but part 2, he's still kind of human, and then he dies, and then he's, then he's supernatural, and then he's in space, but his personality doesn't change. Freddy Krueger, the turnoff about Freddy Krueger is that his personality changed from part 1 and 2, all throughout the series. He became a comedian, and it was silly. Voorhees doesn't even talk. So he doesn't have a personality. We never really see a soft side of Jason Voorhees at all. When I was a kid, I felt safe because I figured Jason didn't kill kids, but we don't know that. He did spare a young camper in one of the movies, but we don't know we don't know why. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, but he, the Friday the 13th series is a massive part of my fandom. And it's the reason why I go to Comic-Cons. I always look for Friday the 13th actors. And that's why I'm going to Frightmare in the Falls in Niagara Falls at the end of the month to collect some more Friday the 13th actors. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at the collection. I won't pull them off the shelf. I'll just show you what I got. And again, many of you who have been around have seen this stuff. If you're new to the channel, which there have been, a massive amount. I'm averaging about 85 new subscribers a month, which is up from 15. So that's pretty good. If we keep that pace, we'll hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of... by this time next year, which is insane. That's very fast. So if you're new to the channel, then you'll see this stuff for the first time, but let's stop and take a look. Okay. Let's stop rambling. I'm rambling. Let's stop rambling. I'm still rambling. I should stop. All right. So this is it. I mean, it's not a massive horror collection by any means, but we have the Nightmare on Elm Street Talking Freddy from Matchbox, which is interesting. In the box, I have not taken him out. We've got, you know, a Friday the 13th plushie. We've got the couple of years ago, or several years ago, Best Buy. Whoops, don't drop them. Best Buy put out these exclusive horror-themed Mad Balls. And I've got Jason and Freddy. I think they're great. They made Leatherface too. That's like one of the leftovers from the Nightmare on Elm Street NECA collection. There's a glove back there. There's the squishy Freddy figure from LJN. There's a Ronald McDonald, and that's terrifying. You know, some other Jason random stuff. There's another squishy toy. Oh, there's the Leatherface Mad Ball. We've got a Boglin. We've got this cloth Freddy dress-up figure. There's a Freddy Krueger Halloween costume in the back there. We've got the Tales from the Crypt Keeper figures. Always love these. Very easy to collect. A few wind-up Mad Balls. And then we've got the Jason stuff. So I think I have every NECA figure. I think. I certainly don't have any of the McFarlanes, or I think I only have one McFarlane figure. Those have, you know, gone up in price, but honestly, this is one of my favorites. The video game, the Nintendo 8-bit version, which is so cool. There's the remake version back there, and then every one is for a movie, and I can't remember, you know, which movie, but this is the Ted White Jason. So I think this is, what was Ted White, part 4, I think. We have the mom, of course. We have the part 2 Jason, Warrington Gillette. Ugh, your asses at the lake. And then this is the dream, like this. So this is Jason Lives. Because I think there was like a dream sequence in the movie. I don't know. No, actually, this is the Ted White Jason. Then there's Roy Jason back there. I love that one, the cracked mask. That's awesome. And you know, that's that. They all came with little accessories like the graves and the rock that, you know, you tie around his neck when he's floating in the ocean. Welcome to Camp Blood. Couple of Funko Pops. No big deal. No big whoop. And then we come down here. We've got the Crystal Lake Memories book. We've got On Location in Blairstown, The Making of Friday the 13th. And then we just have a couple of, you know, whatever company stuff. Remember when these came out? Who made these? Did Funko make these? No. Oh, I don't remember. Was it Funko? I don't know. They made Batman. Remember they had a Batman line? Then they had the horror line. I've got Freddy and Jason. A couple of Freddy Pops left over. A couple of just... these are Toonie Terrors. Remember those? They're still doing that line. This one, oh my goodness. This one I paid $80 for, and what a mistake. It was one of those, like... Oh, I don't want to bring them out. I thought it was bigger. It was in a big box. It was like $80 at a toy show. And it's just a figure. And I was like, oh, whatever. One leftover Freddy figure. I put him with Jason. I do the Freddy versus Jason matchup here. If you can stand him up properly. So I kept one Freddy figure to have him fight Jason from Freddy versus Jason. We've got some Camp Crystal Lake water. Yeah. I went there. I went to Camp Nobiskoku or something like that in New Jersey. I toured the campground, which is amazing, by the way. And then they let you go and they let you pull some water. So this is Camp Crystal Lake water. It's got some sediment on the bottom there. Yeah, I love that. I have Camp Crystal Lake water. And that's it. No big deal, no big whoop. But I love it. I would hope. Here, let me turn you back around. I would hope that when the lawsuit deal is settled, or if it is settled, we still have Jason Takes Manhattan and Jason X NECA figures to make. And I think a Jason X with the space, like the like almost like Super Jason, when he's in space. Great mask. I think that would be an awesome figure. I just heard something buzzing behind me. I think it was my hair hitting the poster. I have a few other things I'll show you over here. A couple of things I've kept on the door. Just some costume stuff that I got for Christmas over the years. The squirt balls. These are the only reaction figures I'd ever buy, because I hate reaction figures. Look, if you like them, cool, that's great, but I hate them. I think they are the worst, and they're like $20 a piece, and they're just junk. But I got them because we got Spitballs, we got a vehicle from Friday the 13th Part 1. We've got some itty bitties. These are actually from Hallmark. Am I giving you a good shot? Yeah, there we go. Another Friday the 13th kind of Matchbox card deal. A really kid, costume, whatever. Just collecting everything that I could find for Friday the 13th. And I think that's about it. We've got the VHSs up here. That's all I have so far for actual commercial releases. Then we have my taped off TV, Friday the 13th. It's like a VHS tape that lights up, so it's turned into a light. They're like little projects on Etsy and stuff like that. Christmas presents. That's it. I think that's it. You've already seen the upstairs. You've seen the Friday the 13th collection wall, the meet and greet wall. So that's that. So why don't we play a little Friday the 13th, the NES game. Now I'm going to preface this. I'm not going to put a lot of effort into this game. I don't like the concept. I don't like the reverse map, like you're walking in the opposite direction. I don't like it. So I'm going to play it because I haven't played it in forever. And when I do play it, I play it for like 30 seconds. But I'll play it a little bit and I'll see what we can do. If you got a Nintendo, go get yourself Monster Party. Go get yourself Nightmare on Elm Street and play those two games to death. I am hooked on them. Liam and I are actually hooked on Monster Party because it's got the code feature. So we're gonna beat the game because we keep when you beat a level, you get a code to come back to the next, to level up. So we don't start at the beginning anymore. We put in the code, like the Mike Tyson code, and that's not cheating. We've already beaten the boards previous, so. I like it. Monster Party is a great game. Nightmare on Elm Street is awesome. And so that's that. All right. That's the Friday the 13th collection. Happy Friday the 13th. And let's play some Nintendo. Good night now for now.